It's about 9 o'clock Monday, 6/22/2020. The reason I'm here, as you could see, important notice, at least to me it is. I want to go over a few things quickly here that seem like I should say. I want to reiterate why I'm doing these type of videos, current events, and seems to get into political and social causes and so on. I am not doing it for that reason. Again, I'm doing it solely for Bible prophecy, to bring information and hopefully that you could share with others, or others who aren't saved, or whoever might come to this channel, even though I'm a small channel, and to get this type of information out there. I don't mean to come on here like this with this big red sign like that, like seeming alarming, and I don't do this to be sensational in my wording or to get views or any such thing like that. And also, if you're not aware of the fact, if you haven't only begun listening to me recently, I do call this a pre-tribulation rapture channel and a grace channel. I believe you're saved by grace 100%, born again, and you can't lose your salvation. And I've always said that and believe that, and I will always say that and believe that. And this is also very important in the fact that I've started to do certain types of videos, and others may start questioning, am I sort of sloughing off from the pure grace position? Absolutely not. Like the few videos back, I did about the fruits of the Spirit, and it seems that others have taken that in the wrong way, maybe thinking I said certain things, but I said the opposite of what they think I said. I don't want to go over this here now. Maybe I will in another video, but I just want to let it go for now, because others really need to ponder that for themselves and not be rash and jump to conclusions, or get upset for no reason when if they're thinking something that may not even be what I said or what's true. I think that's especially important with what's going on online with grace believers and otherwise. Don't jump to conclusions. I believe the same as I've always believed. Once you're saved, immediately the Holy Spirit comes within you. You can never lose your salvation after that point. And the issue about works and fruits, I did try to explain it in that other video. Maybe it was a little too convoluted and complicated and too many words. Getting all kinds of distractions every time I try to make a video. Now there's booms of fireworks going off. I've had to wait for other things to put this on. And also, on the heels of this, it's also very important, I think, to say this also about future videos I might do with regard to all of this. I think I'll be doing doctrinal issues, and certain things I will say may seem very controversial, even to those 100% saved by grace alone. But I feel confident and strong within myself and what I believe, not to be dogmatic or just say this is what I say goes and that's it. And I'll discuss that, I'm sure, in other videos, and what I mean by all of this. Or maybe someone might think that I'm taking sides with others or what have you. Or maybe if I do stand up for others, if I feel that necessary, then others might be offended. And everyone is saying, stop the offenses, stop all of this. Things going on with doctrines. It seems like everything is being turned on its head, but I'm not being turned on my head. I hope you are not. I'm in perfect peace no matter what happens, any reaction or what others might think, or whatever, the situation might be with anything I say or that's going on with others. Because things seem to be very much heating up doctrinally and really every other way, even amongst believers, amongst themselves, And maybe I shouldn't say this. It might seem controversial even here, and I should hold off. But in what's going on, it seems like legalists may be trying to, get their foot in the door because they see an opening, like maybe others who believe by grace are sort of seem to be reverting back into, a non-grace stance, or, slacking off, or adding things to the gospel, or changing their doctrine, or what have you. I want to assure you, I am not changing my doctrine. Never have, never will. The things that I may have said and will come out to say, I have probably felt that for a long time, but never spoke about it. So I think because it wasn't the right time, it wouldn't have been received. But I think that I see everything that's going on now. I think this is a time that I could speak my mind and say certain things that I think have been long overdue doctrinally. And I'm going to be honest about this. Maybe there's things that I'm going to come out with that I shouldn't. And that would be so, I don't know, unbelievable to believe or to accept. That might turn a lot of people off. I'm talking about even true grace believers. But I can't get into any of this right now. Like I say, I'm just here for this big, important announcement. No, it's not. But I just wanted to give emphasis to it, that it's very important to me, at least, to say these things so that everyone hears it, in advance beforehand. And especially because, others don't really listen to videos very long. And I wanted to say this shortly and concisely, and that's it here. So, however much time remains before the rapture, again, to get out this type of message, both spiritually, current events, and every other way, technology and things that related to what's happening, so their eyes could be open to what's happening, and introduce spiritual things and Bible prophecy into this to get them saved, okay? Not that we're going to be here. That I'm not saying these things to get anyone scared or say, we have to worry that we're gonna face this. I don't believe that at all. That's not why I'm doing these videos, again, just to get the word out there. We don't know how much time there is. We don't know what information will be allowed to stay up, especially if certain things might happen. We don't know what could happen to limit what we're saying, or whatever. So I don't want to put it this way as I end here, but maybe sort of brace yourself or prepare for like a spiritual combat or this type of thing happening now, maybe for one last time. So hopefully not. We want to have peacefulness and contentment, and I would say so-called unity, but I'll get into that elsewhere. Division, unity, and all of this kind of issue going back and forth. But if it happens, it happens. I mean, I'm not trying to participate in that and create it. But if you've not known me online, I tend to be on the overly aggressive side many times. So I'm not a stranger to confrontation or to speaking what I should say. Although I want to be really certain to say things if I should, or not at all. So it would be very good to keep all of what I said in mind, especially if I start doing certain videos dealing with doctrines and dealing with the state of things and so on. One thing comes to my mind, although it's kind of tragic and no one wants this, but the Apostle Paul said that, offenses must come. Yes, he said offenses must come. We don't want that. And I'm not going to go into this here because I'll definitely talk about this topic with division and unity, and people being offended and hurt, and whether we shouldn't say anything or, just leave it alone, everyone get along. I'm not going to say anything here about that, but I'm not trying to cause problems if that happens, or if you get offended or upset. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to, hurt people and they're going to go away and say, I'm out of here. I'm not subscribing or whatever. And I don't know, I might say things that are shocking. That's the best word I can to describe it. And if I feel something is the truth and I should say it, then hopefully I will, no matter what it's about or who it refers to, or might seem to contradict the norm, the status quo. And I guess I'll close this all out by saying that we are saved by grace through faith, and that not of ourselves. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast.